All right, multi-tracks playback was already cool, but this is the biggest, most important update that I've seen. It's going to help my workflow and maybe yours, or it's going to make you jump ship on whatever you're doing right now and come to multi-tracks playback. This is not sponsored, but I am making some videos for multi-tracks because I said, hey, I love this. I use it. This is way better than Ableton. Ableton's awesome. You can do a bunch of things, but for the everyday worship leader that needs to save time, playback is the way to go. It has literally changed my prep work throughout the week. I can't say enough good things about it. I've made several videos. You can trim sections and do all this stuff. Now, AI integration. A lot of you are scared of AI. I get it. I understand. AI is going to take over the world. Didn't you see Terminator? Okay. If we can just get past that, some of you need to hear this, and just see it as a tool to use. It's awesome. Okay, so what can we do? Well, this is an old set list from camp last week. I am going to import the set list that I already made on Planning Center. You don't have to do that. You could do everything in here and build the Sunday set list here. You can do that. And I actually am running into some limitations because I built it Planning Center first, but that's going to be my workflow. We do everything on Planning Center first and then bring it over. So I'm going to import from Planning Center, Sunday morning service. It's coming up. I have rehearsal tomorrow night, so I might as well pull it up. 1 Kings 8, July 5th. It's going to pull it up. Take you at your word. All sufficient Mary. To God be the glory. Great is thy faithfulness. Boom. And yes, that's okay. I have a song that's unlinked. I'm going to show you what we can do there. Yes, we're going to save the other one to the cloud. And we're going to load this. It's going to ask me if I want to rent. I do want to rent these tracks. Rent the content. And they're going to load. Okay. What is so cool about this is now you can add a connection in your AI of choice platform. I have Claude here, and I can just talk to Claude and make changes as needed. So the first thing I see right off the bat is that to God be the glory is just it's our version. It's our church's version. So there's no loops or anything, but I do want to click and I want to pad. So I'm going to edit and I would go in and make these changes. It's 102. It pulled that. Okay. But what we don't know is I don't know the name of the song here. I'm looking at it. It just says 102 and it says the key. Very cool. I want to change that. Let's do this. I just loaded into playback from Planning Center the set list for this upcoming Sunday on July 5th. The sermon series being 1 Kings 8. And I have 4 songs in there. I know you can see them, but I need to make some changes. The first change is that the third song, I need it to be labeled To God Be the Glory. We didn't rent a version of this because it's just our own version, but I do want the click to be there at 102. And it's in 4/4 in the key of E, but I need you to label it. Can you do that for me? I'm very wordy with my AI assistant here. Let's see what happens. Verifying tempo. I can see it's working. Let me pull this over towards the middle. 4/4 times signature ID. Now apply. To God be the glory. I'll set custom title, key tempo, signature. It's still working. Yes. I'm just gonna say always allow. Done. It's done. Everything's saved. Now it's not there yet because I need to go here. And it should say update available. It does. I'm going to update it. Boom. To God be the glory. How cool is that? How cool is that? You could be like, so Multitracks did their own video and I'm watching this video and they did it. He's driving down the car and he's like, I need to make all these changes, like changes that I would need to make. Now I haven't mixed any of these songs yet. So let's just see what it's going to do. I'm just going to give it a prompt and just talk like I would be talking. Okay, so for the first, second, and third song, I need to mix the tracks. Now, I have a drummer. I have all the vocalists, so I don't need any choir. I need you to take those out of there. But my bass player is sick, so I want you to leave the bass tracks in. I usually like to take all the electric guitar parts out, but we don't have a piano player at our church right now. And so I want you to leave all the synth and keys parts in, but bring out the piano track because I don't like hearing piano when I don't see it on stage, if that makes sense. Can you make those changes for me? I don't know. I'm just talking. This is not polished. Just talking. Let's see what happens. I haven't done something this complex before, so I'm very excited to see. And what I want to try, I'm telling you so I don't forget after it works, I want to see if it'll like bring things down halfway or 30%. Like sometimes I like the loops, but I don't like them all the way up, or the sound effects. I don't like them all the way up. Version is 5. Now applying the mutes to the songs 1 through 3. Done. Songs 1 through 3 are updated. Take you at your word, all sufficient Mary, to God be the glory. Since you only mentioned the first 3. Oh, yes, I do want you to do Great Is Thy Faithfulness the same way. Thank you. I love that I can make typos and it still understands what I say. Great As I Faithfulness. No choir track here either. Mute, blah, blah, blah. Done. Setlist version 9 now. Muted EG 1, 2, piano, bass, left in, keys, background vocals. Now, I don't want the background vocals in. No choir track. Okay. Well, let's go see what we got. There's an update available. Click update. Boom. Take you at your word. Oh, you can see it kind of happened live. It left background vocals in and the chop. Took out piano. Took out all that. I didn't even mention acoustic. I thought I said I had a drummer. This looks great. Above, I mentioned that I have a drummer, so we need to mute any drum or percussion elements as well. We also have acoustic, so can you take those out too? And I don't want any other vocal parts. No BVGs, choir, or vocal chops. It said chops, but we'll see. We'll see if it knows what I'm talking about. How cool is this? I can just talk and it's doing it. It's doing it. The next thing I want to try, oh yeah, I want to try the, will it go halfway down? Can I bring keys or strings? Strings. Sometimes strings can be a little too much. I like to bring those down a little bit. So on the next prompt, I'm going to do strings. And then maybe it'll also change the key of the song. So I might try that, see if it works. Boom. Drums are out. Percussion. The loop is in. One more thing is that anytime there are strings, I like the way they sound, but they can be a little bit too loud in the mix. Can you bring any string stems down to about 60% in the mix? Setting those to 60% volume. I haven't done this yet, but that is so cool. Okay, done. Love it. Love it. What else? My normal female vocal is a soprano, and she sings Great Is Thy Faithfulness in B, I think. But my vocalist singing this week is an alto. Is Great Is Thy Faithfulness in the current key good, or should I change it? Talk to text is not great. It depends on where the melody peaks, but in this practical session, a few notes. Drop a whole step A, usually high enough. Drop a minor third G. So it gives you opinions in case you're musically challenged, right, and you don't know that. I kind of know this is where we're going to do it, but it will change the key. I've tested that before. I've also tested, maybe I'll show you a clip because it was fun. I was at camp and we were just testing this when the video first dropped, but I'll do it now. I think it worked.
That's actually sick.
That's awesome. Let's just say all sufficient merit. I want to go straight into verse 1 and I want that intro gone. The transition between all sufficient merit and the first song, Take You at Your Word, I want to go straight into the verse. So can you take out the intro? I'm saying things all kind of backwards, but it still knows what I mean. I even said it backwards. I was like, this song and that song, I want to take out the intro. Let's see if whose intro should I, okay, all sufficient. That's what I meant. It just asked me a clarifying question. I wonder if it will trim a section. And how would I tell it? I would just take 2 bars off. Done, the intro section is removed. I left the count in on. Okay, now that I listened to it, I actually want an intro, but I don't need it to be as long. Can you just take 2 bars off of it? Let's see if it puts it back and trims it. Re-adding the intro, then trimming it down by 2 bars. Obviously I'm not going to do that. That was just an example of something you could do. But like, for example, there's a vamp toward the end of Glorious Day where it's like, before the drum break, it's like, hey, da, 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 da. And I always trim half of that out. I could just say that. Done. And there's the trim. And I'm going to untrim it. Now here was the limitation. The edit and pad. I purchased Plume pads, but I couldn't tell it to update it. Let's try again. In the song To God Be the Glory, I have the original fundamental pads in the pads player. Can you change that to the Plume pads? Now, obviously, some of this would just be quicker for me to do, but if you don't have your iPad sitting in front of you, you can think through a lot of changes. Or I found the pad ambient, but it looks like you don't currently own it or have free trial access to your pad library. If you have it through a different account bundle, let me know. Otherwise, want me to search for a catalog similar pads that you already own? Here's a picture of the plume pads that I do own. Can you not access it? I ran into this problem when we were trying it at camp, and it said it wouldn't do the pads thing. It wouldn't change it for me. Another thing I can try is to see if I can crossfade some songs, which I want to crossfade All Sufficient Merit into God Be the Glory. Good catch, you're right. That screenshot shows it downloaded and ready to playback. My library check just didn't pick it up. Probably owned through a path tool that doesn't surface. It went through to God Be the Glory, is now set to Plume. Okay. If it changes it, that would be awesome. It didn't. It didn't change it before either. Yeah, it still didn't change it like it didn't change it before. It must be a limitation still. Anyways, I want to put a crossfade between All Sufficient Merit and To God Be the Glory. You can also get the playback app on your phone. And so if you're out and about, you could talk to Claude, make some changes. That way, if you're not with your iPad, you can still get everything preloaded and ready for Sunday. The call did go through cleanly on my end. No error, blah, blah, blah. If playback still shows fundamental, that's likely a sync refresh issue on the app itself rather than something stuck on my end. Try force closing playback. Okay, I can do that. No, still didn't work. Setting the crossfade. We'll update. It crossfaded. Nice. All Sufficient Merit is an E at 73. To God Be the Glory is at E 102. Same key is good for a crossfade, but the tempo jump to 102 means the overlap will feel like a tempo lurch rather than a smooth blend. Crossfades read best when two songs are close in tempo. Want me to leave it as is, or would you rather choose overlap or auto link? Yeah, let's do the auto link instead. Awesome. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you're interested in. I feel like this alone just made playback and this whole workflow it was already awesome, and now it's even better. Click the link down below. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that, but I'll put the link to Multitracks down below. I have Multitracks 1. It only works on the one subscription and something else. You can go read. I don't remember, but you do have to have the subscription, not just like a free version or something, to get it to work and integrate with everything. There are some other things I want to try, so I'll probably do a follow-up video, but I just wanted to get this out while it's fresh on my mind. And yeah, this is awesome. I'm excited. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to help support the channel, take a look at the brand new Tone Path. It is, if you're a guitar player and you're going to be muting all these guitar tracks, you're going to want to make sure you're playing the right thing. Tone Path is monthly, ongoing training that takes you from fundamentals to mastery of certain topics. So it's awesome. A lot of people are jumping in. Check it out. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks. See you in the next one.